guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am in a hurry. I have to take this off and go to the gym, but today I'm showing you how to get this look. It's how I feel and think of Easter, so keep on watching if you want to see how I got it. Okay, so when I think of Easter, I think of bright colors like blues and pinks and purples and or even pastel colors. But today I'm going to show you basically how I picture Easter and how I look at Easter on my face. So I'm just going to prime my eyes using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And I like to blend this out using a sponge. So I'm going to take the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Beauty Killer Palette. I'm just going to go into China White, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to put this all over the lid to set that primer. I'm going to take the shade Courtney, which is this shade right here. And I'm just going to put this on the outer corner and bring it in. Using windshield wiper motions. I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette and go into Butter, which is this shade right here. I'm going to be using my Morphe M441 brush. I'll put this as another transition, but keeping it low. So keeping it in the crease. I'm going to go into Star Power. And I'm going to put this in the crease as, oh hey look, I just made light. Well, lightly at first and then bring it in. I'm going to bring that up as well and blend out the harsh lines. So I brought that up towards my brow bone. I'm going to take this flat synthetic brush and I'm going to go into my concealer, and I'm going to not only put this on the lids, but hold on, I'll show you when I get to that step. I'm going to put this low on the lid. Actually, I'm going to put it all over the lid. I'm going to take this e.l.f. brush. As you can tell, there's already been blue on here because I almost filmed and then I had to stop and I got halfway done with my eyes. But I'm going to go into Pool Party, which is this shade. This is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I'm not tapping off any excess, but I am going to be spraying it with some setting spray. And then I'm going to put this on the inner corner. Like this. Leaving it very minimal. So now that we have that on that eye, we are going to do the same process on this eye, and I'll see you guys right back here in a second. We are going to take Royalty, which is this color, and we're just going to take this brush, the flat side, and we're not going to tap any excess off of this either. Don't ask why, but we're not. We're going to tap this right next mixing it in with the blue a little. This and what we have so far. I'm actually going to dip back in to Royalty and not wet my brush again because my brush is already wet. But I'm just going to tap this right over that to see if we can, yeah, okay. That's what we want. Okay, so it's a little messy right now, but we'll clean that up. But I'm gonna do the same thing to this eye and then I'll see you right back. Okay, so I just went ahead and finished up this eye, not 100%, but somewhat. Off camera, I'm going to finish this eye and then we'll jump into the face. So just taking Sissy, which is this shade right here in the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. My brush is already wet, so I'm not going to wet it again. I'm just going to put this on the outside and kind of clean up that purple shade with it. So basically I just did that. I haven't darkened it, I haven't blended it out really, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna wait a second and then I'm going to go back in with Sissy and I'm going to tap that. We're going to take this side of this brush and just blend the crease, and so it doesn't look harsh when it's in the crease, but that's not all we're doing for the crease. We are going to take Tarte Shape Tape again, and we're going to grab just a tad bit on the top, like so. And this is going to be the tricky part. We are going to close our eyes, tilt our brush upwards, like so the concealer is up on top. And we are going to just carve out that crease. And there is a reason why. We are doing this, but we have to be very careful not to mess everything up, which for me is not easy, so I'm gonna have to go back over it, and that's okay. We are going to go back in with the Jaclyn Hill palette, and we are going to take this brush right here and we're going to go in with a Little Lady, which is of this shade right here, and I'm just going to run this in the crease like so, right on top of that concealer. We're actually going to switch up the color because you can't see it. We're going to go in with Queen, which is right under Little Lady. It's a brownish shade, and we're going to spritz our brush again. Just adding it right into where we put that concealer, so it looks kind of weird, I know. Okay, so we are going to darken up the crease. I just finished like pulling the look together. We are actually going to blend with the brush that we had Courtney on, and we just need this all to come together because I think I might go ahead and add Cram Apple, which is this shade right here, because this kind of gives me Easter vibes. So I'm just gonna tap that over Sissy. I think it just looked really weird with like dark colors and then a light color. So we're just going to blend this all together, trying not to touch the middle. I'm going to be taking my Morphe M433 brush and I'm going to go into the shade Roxanne, which is this shade right here, to deepen up the outer corner. So basically what I'm going to do is just tap this like right here is where we can kind of mess up really badly. We are going to move on to the face. The reason I did my eyes first is because, well, yeah. So I'm just going to take some concealer and just stripe it like this right next to the eyes so we can also clean up that line. I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Hangover primer and just putting this in everywhere where I didn't put that concealer, because I've already primed my face once. I'm mainly focusing this on my nose. So, going in with my Born This Way foundation, I'm only going to take one pump. I kid you not, only one pump for right now. And I'm just going to blend that all together, including the concealer. I try not to blend under my eyes that much. And by blend, I mean put foundation on under my eyes that much. I add some on my neck. Wow, right here looks a little cray. Okay, it looks kind of better. I always hate my makeup if I do my eyes first before I get like my I'm gonna take a little bit and I'm going to blend down my neck where you can see my neck, because the shade match is a little too light for me as of right now, because it is spring and just wait till summer. I'm gonna have to get a whole completely different shade. Ugh. Okay, taking my Tarte Shape Tape, I'm just gonna add a little bit under the eyes, right here, some on the nose, the forehead, of course, there, and there, because I like when my smile lines are concealed. Oh my god, look at these dark circles disappear. And you're supposed to like blend upwards, come to find out. I always just dragged mine down, which was a horrible idea. But I'm going to add some on the sides of my nose. Okay, I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the shade 10. And I'm just going to set my under eye. While this is baking, so I'm just going to take the e.l.f. Professional Total Face Brush that is all broken up. I'm going to just go in to my Hoola bronzer, and by go in I mean take a lot and then pound the excess off, because we don't want to look muddy. I'm going to contour. And to contour, I'm taking my Morphe M459 brush and my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. And I'm just tapping off most of it on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna slightly go. Okay, now I'm gonna go and slightly. Now while that is done, I'm going to be putting some, I like to bake underneath. So I'll usually start right here and just push and go down. And also bake my smile lines. I don't know if anybody else does, but I like to. So while that is baking, we will take this brush and wipe the bake away from your eyes. I like to just swing it downwards. That we have the bake from under our eyes gone. I like to just take the same brushes that I used earlier. So the brush that had the blue, that had Pool Party on it, I'm going to put on the inner corner lower lash line and blend this out. Okay, so I kind of like did the wrong eye, but anyways, I'm just taking that purple and I am just putting it on the lower lash line. Blending it in to the blue. I feel like this has really like opened up our eyes. I don't know why, but I do feel like that. Okay, so going in with that shade that we decided to use, which was Crayon Apple, this shade right here, I'm going to finish putting that on the lower lash line. I kind of am actually living for this look, and I feel like it would go really pretty with false lashes. Too bad I don't have any to try and put on for you guys. I'm gonna wipe this bake off, and I like to either go this way or this way. Taking that queen shade and putting it in the inner corner. I'm just going to take my eyelash curler and actually grab a mirror and just so now that I have curled my lashes, I'm going to be taking my wrong one. Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara, and I'm just going to apply that. I'm going to be taking my Rimmel Exaggerate eyeliner. I'm just gonna pop this in the waterline. That is creepy to look at you while doing that. I am so sorry. Could we get a replay on that, please? So now that eyeliner is on, we can move on to lips and the rest of the face. So for a blush, I am going to be taking my Tarte Amazonian Clay blush. And I like to just right between where I put my bronzer and my highlight. I'll be going in with my ABH Moonchild palette, and I will be taking a Blue Moon and Purple Horseshoe. So these two, and I will be mixing them together on one side of the brush. Just to give myself like that purple highlight, which I don't know why I've been obsessed with lately. Okay, for more of a wet looking highlight, I will be going in with my Opal from Becca and just go in. Okay, for lips, I am going to be using my Too Faced Queen Bee Melted Lipstick. I'm just gonna apply this. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you're new, because I would love to have you as a member of this family. I have not came up with a name for it yet, but I have been thinking of some. So yeah, I will see you guys next time.